So you're currently looking at the test footage for Had Enough. This is the first day that I tried to get some footage. I sort of figured I would, I don't know, just go up to the studio, put the camera on, and I don't know, just try and get some test stuff done. Really, I had it in my head to shoot a video for Had Enough. The footage that you're looking at now is the day after, I believe it's the day after I recorded the song, and obviously the day before the song was recorded was the day that the hard drive malfunctioned and pretty much died. So just as a backstory, the run of events, the way it went, the hard drive died, so I took it to a shop and they said they couldn't do anything with it unless of course I paid them £300-400, which obviously I wasn't going to do. Next day I wrote and recorded the song, and then the day after that I did some test footage for it. So that's kind of what you're looking at there. That's the first little bit of footage that I recorded for it. My plan originally was I was going to use a Luma key or something in the background to put up flashes of old footage, and then I realized how much hard work that would be, because I was just basically taking the test footage and then doing post-production with it. So when I shot it, I didn't really have that in mind for that shoot. I was going to do separate sequences for all the green screen sort of stuff. So I tried doing it with the first test footage. Didn't really work because I hadn't planned to do it, and I realized I was making more hard work for myself rather than if I would have just used a green screen. So obviously I have access to a green screen. I have a green screen, so the next time, day 2 of the shoot was or I suppose the official first day of the shoot, because I didn't use any of the other footage. That's when I started using the green screen, and from there, obviously, that meant I could green screen myself into different backgrounds and then add all the old footage that I wanted to use. So with the hard drive that died, there was 4 terabytes worth of data that got lost. So this is everything from music, videos, photography, lyrics, text documents of lyrics, everything backed up from like the year 2000 until the year 2019, 2020, which is it was supposed to, that hard drive was supposed to be my main backup, and then I would use portable hard drives to work on, and then just sort of back it up to the other stuff. But amongst the chaos of the last couple of years, I didn't back up that hard drive because it's a 4 terabyte hard drive, and they're not cheap, and 2, I sort of I just relied on it. So I suppose the problem is where I just kept cramming more stuff onto it, eventually it just died. So my advice to anyone that uses a hard drive, I wouldn't even bother with the type of hard drive that I was using. The one that I was using was I suppose you'd call it like a power assisted hard drive, where it comes with a plug, which I always thought was the better way to go, because you've got it's relying on power from the wall rather than power from the USB. So yeah, now I'm just working on portable hard drives, and I'll never risk it again with something like that. As you know, the video has different clips. So there's clips from all sorts, from when I was a kid breakdancing, and when I was younger, rapping in my little bedroom. So the beginning of the video starts, it sort of shows the hard drive that's busted, and then it also shows the old computer that I used to work on, and then immediately it sort of jumps into me sat down in the computer. Obviously, like I say, this is all done through green screen. I'm not that small, and the computer wasn't actually that big. So some interesting things as well is the footage that you see is it's actually just pictures of the computer. So at first I was going to use video footage, so I shot a bunch of video footage as like my background. Then I realized, one, it would be higher quality if I just took pictures, and two, it would be a stable shot, so I wouldn't have to do any sort of tracking. I wouldn't have to do any tracking for it. So then you just see basically me sat down in there in the computer, and then just flashes of gig footage and anything that I could just sort of salvage from old videos that I'd got. Luckily, I do have a backup from a very, very old hard drive which still housed some old footage. So there's bits and pieces there, some stuff from 2008, 2009. It's funny actually, because when it came down to editing and putting all the old footage in, I realised I couldn't use everything that I kind of wanted to use. Also, there's a couple of other little bits, some key details where you see like the electricity. So I did obviously all that myself by adding in the electricity and sort of pinning it, I suppose you'd say, to the pictures to give it that sort of live effect, as if like the electricity's running while I'm in the computer. So that wasn't too hard to do. There's a couple of masks on it or whatever that I messed around with just to get it in place and to get it put in the back of everything and all of that. So so that was kind of fun doing that, just to give it that extra sort of effect, I guess. So that pretty much wraps up the video. Obviously, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's supported it, and everyone that sort of gave me a little bit of support when the hard drive malfunctioned. And eventually I think I want to get to the point where I've got like 10 backups because once that data's gone, you can't get it back, and there's certain stuff that was on that hard drive that I'll never get back. As far as I can tell, I've got most of my music, my last couple albums, I think I've still got access to, so that's alright. And then the newest music that I'm working on at the moment is kind of safe. I think it's kind of safe. I don't want to jinx anything, but also I meant to say, what's another added detail, what's funny about the video is I shot the video in my lunch breaks, because obviously I still work full time. So I was struggling to get certain things done and finished. So if I wanted, I could have just been lazy and be like, I'll get around to it when I get around to it. But what I did is, I recorded the song, I think on maybe like one of my days off, and then the video I shot in my lunch breaks. You get like half-hour lunch or whatever, so I shot it on a green screen in my lunch breaks and then finished it up as and when I could, around work. And, when I'd get a spare 5 minutes, I'd do an extra bit of editing. When I'd have another lunch break, I'd do a bit more editing. So it came together pretty quickly, so to speak, but it just goes to show that you don't get shit done. You have to make the time to get shit done. You don't find time, you just have to make the time. So, once again, thank you very much for checking it out. My album's almost done. It will be probably be released at the end of the year, because I need to do a bit of promo on it, get everyone aware that there's actually an album coming. And so it's still in the works. I'm producing everything on it myself. I'm mixing and mastering everything. So this one is taking me a little bit longer to sort of tie up and finish, but it's getting there. And I've also got another music video dropping soon, which is called Ploddin On. I shot that before Had Enough, but because then Had Enough, like because the hard drive malfunctioned, and then I recorded Had Enough. I figured I might as well tell you guys the situation I'm in and what's going on. So so that's why I didn't release Ploddin On before Had Enough, but Ploddin On will be out soon. I haven't got a release date yet. It's pretty much done. One, I need to figure out the date for it, and two, I need to figure out one more sort of editing trick that I might want on it. But other than that, it's all shot. We've done it. We did We did a couple of days shooting for that. Lenny Jones helped me out on that as well. Before that comes out, you'll see there'll be a promo video for it that we shot on the same day of shooting as well. So look out for that as well. Other than that, thank you very much, and I'll be over at Krafty.com. Hope everyone's staying safe during the quarantine. The lockdown is pretty crazy right now. Hope everyone's safe, got enough food, and of course, enough toilet paper. Alright, peace.